In March, we took a week of vacation and decided to go to Portugal. Unfortunately, our flight was delayed, so we made the best of it and had lunch at the airport. Lucas handled the delay very well, which made me super happy. On the flight, Lucas slept for the first hour and for the last hour and a half was wide awake, so we tried to keep him busy.
Retrats devem permanecer em modo voo ou desligados. Revejam estes sons da colher de segurança enquanto nem bolsa das cadeiras. Obrigado.
The first 5 days in Portugal, we stayed with our friend in the Lisbon suburb of Eiras. A 15-minute train ride took us exactly to the city center. We were hungry, so decided to have lunch right when we arrived because the famous Time Out market is located right behind the station. Time Out is a very cool, buzzy place with an excellent choice of cuisine. I ended up having a fish soup and sardine bruschetta, and Vitalis had a yummy hamburger. Keep in mind that it is a super busy dining spot and finding a place to sit was not easy, especially with the baby. They do have simple IKEA baby high chairs, but they are not even nearly high enough for the bar area where we found a place to sit. Nevertheless, we loved the atmosphere at Time Out and even came back a few days later for another lunch. After lunch, we went to explore the city and its main streets with many souvenir shops, cafes, restaurants, and pastry shops. Our next stop, Castelo de São Jorge. You can get there by a historic tram, and that's the most picturesque and famous way, therefore the line was enormous. If you have time on your hands, of course go this way. But we didn't, and we had a baby, so spending time in long lines was not an option. If you're like us, here's a tip. Take Madalena Street until you come to Pingo Doce supermarket. There's an elevator that will take you up to the hill in no time. No tourists there at all. Of course, we had to try the famous pastéis de bacalhau, which is basically fish and mashed potatoes mixed together. To me, it was only okay, to be honest, but it was worth trying. Day we went to visit famous Sintra castle, this one. However, we took the wrong turn and got lost on the road, ending up losing some time. Last minute change of plan, and we've decided to go back to Sintra the next day because it is not far from the place we were staying. Instead, we've decided to go to the ocean, but first, lunch. Cabo da Roca lighthouse is a great photographic place to visit because it is nearly the only construction here. The rest is nature. The weather is often, if not always, windy, so you will see the beautiful waves. There were a lot of tourists here, but it didn't feel crowded.
no me quiere. Eso es lo que más me hiere, que tengo la camisa negra y una pena que me duele. Al parecer que solo me quiere, y fue pura topita tu mentira.
Next, we went to Praia Grande for a nice and calm walk by the ocean. So on day 3 we made it to Sintra, but believe it or not, we didn't get to Sintra Castle again. This time the staff was on strike. I wasn't too upset, to be honest, because it looked like the castle would be difficult to visit with a stroller. We still managed to visit the garden of Quinta da Regaleira Museum. That's right, just the garden. We couldn't go inside as much as I wanted to because, yes, too many people. So many people. After trip to Sintra, followed by lunch and a very nice walk there, we went to Praia Guincho, which was stunningly beautiful. Between this one and Praia Grande, I think this place was more beautiful.